Aquarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 6th through the 12th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Aquarius. What do we got? Oh, we got a serious tone to your reading. That's okay. Starting to lighten up there. In the overall energy for the reading, the Strength card. Yeah, a little bit of a tough time here about something. Let me see. Okay, you know when you really, really want something and it's kind of challenging to get there? Yeah, that's the tough time I'm seeing here. You're probably experiencing a little bit of something similar to that. In the recent past, the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Swords. Something didn't work out here. As far as your stability goes, so this could be about a job or something at home or close to home. It did work out up until one point, and then it just became like you didn't want any part of that anymore, because it's like, nope, not for me. If anything, it's bringing up a lot of stress. So something changed there. Okay. In the current situation, the Seven of Wands, the Star, the Two of Wands. Yeah, something's in the way here. Like, I see you pursuing some sort of goal or wanting to, and then I see, well, a little bit of you is in the way of you. So it's kind of like you're standing in your own way a little bit there. But there's other things too. And I see you just sitting there and wondering, maybe, you know, is this it? Then, like, is this for real? Something that's good for me or not? Yeah, you're starting to really question if whatever it is you're pursuing is actually good for you, because at some point we would, if we see a lot of challenges coming up and then part of us is kind of trying to prevent us to get there too, at some point we would start to ask ourselves those questions. So it's kind of normal to just sit there and ponder if you should still pursue this or not. In the immediate future, the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Cups. All right. Okay, you're coming in fresh and with the fresh attitude and a fresh energy, as you're starting to explore some new options there. So you're definitely not in standby anymore and kind of existential crisis type of energies. You're just kind of like, okay, well, you know, nothing's going to change if we don't start implementing changes here or there, or try this, that, and the other. So that's exactly what you're doing. Okay, let's, you're at an impasse here, and it's something that has to do with your stability. I think there's some shifts happening there. Okay, let's clarify. Let's do the Strength card. The Four of Pentacles, the Moon, the Ace of Cups. Okay, the reason why it's challenging at times and difficult, again, I kind of get a sense that there's some shift happening over your stability. And you're a fixed sign, I'm a fixed sign. I know from me and other fixed signs like you that we do not like change. No matter, even if it's the best change in the world, we're like, wait, though. Yeah, it's good, yeah, I'm digging it, but like, wait. Don't just be changing things on me. That might be a little bit of problem here for you. That's what's kind of making things feel a little difficult. This change is happening with or without your stubbornness here, you know, and your fixation. It's happening. It's, you know, and it's from what I can see, it's actually a good change. You know, you may not feel that now because there's a lot of kind of, you know, numbing times, I would say, in which not a lot is happening, and you can't really tell. But those times actually give you the chance to get even more fixated in getting stuck in whatever's going on in the past, in the future, potentials of the future. So in your mind, basically. So your fixation or stubbornness is going to be your own worst enemy here through this. You know, this is happening with or without that. But hanging on to things and just not allowing for the flow of this shift to kind of occur naturally, it's going to backfire, and it's going to make you feel like crap. You know? And to some extent, I feel like theoretically you're aware of that. You know that. You know? Then there's that part of you of, how do I fucking let go? How do I just let it be natural? Bring yourself in the present moment. That's all you need to do. Let it happen. You know? That's all you need to do. Because even you asking, how do I do that? It's you're giving too much credit to your mind at this moment in time, and that'll keep you stuck in certain energies. You know, if you bring yourself in the present moment, into your heart, it's just going to allow for the flow to flow, because that's what you want out of the situation. Let me do the King of Pentacles in the recent past, the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Devil. Yeah, something was good until it wasn't anymore. But like when it wasn't, it really wasn't. Like it was obvious from a mile away, even for you. Usually when we're in the middle of stuff, we don't really see it. But no, you saw it. You saw it. When it started not working, it was clear that it wasn't working. So again, I don't know what aspects of your stability, but it's something tied up to your stability. And it did work great for however long it did, until it shifted into something quite unhealthy. For the Eight of Cups in the recent past, you get the Emperor, the High Priestess, the Eight of Wands. But see, that's what happens. Because I see your energy, and your energy is hopeful. It's kind of, it's almost looking at, you know, the bright side of things. Like, okay, this sucks. This is horrible that this turned into this. But there's got to be a reason that this turned into this, because there's got to be something better out there then. So that's where you're coming through from your energy, from your higher self. However, because you're not connected to that, you're not feeling that. You're going to feel like, oh my God, this sucks. What do I do? And now I'm depressed. I don't feel in the mood to do this, that, nothing, and I don't know. Like, oh, my whole world is crashing. That's because you were up here with it, while your energy was saying something else completely different. It was beyond hopeful. That, hey, there's got to be something better out there, you know. But I'm not sure you were too in touch with that energy, because again, you were disconnected from yourself. Yeah. For the Nine of Swords in the recent past, you get the Nine of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Swords. Look, in theory, we can all say, oh, I'm not thinking negatively. You know, I'm not thinking this. I'm not thinking that. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling that. In theory, we can all say how it should be and what we're doing, and that we're doing something that's right for us. However, there's a massive difference between our mind telling us that and us feeling that, like letting it hit us and sinking into us. Because over there, I see you being like, oh, is this the problem? The mind? That it's going at 100 miles an hour? No worries, I'll disconnect from that. As if it's that fucking easy. No, you didn't. You told yourself you would. You can't. It's the same as if, we feel such massive love for somebody, but they hurt us, and then after they hurt us, instantly we're like, oh, I don't love them anymore. No, it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? So just because we tell ourselves certain things doesn't mean we actually do that, because I see the prime example of you doing exactly this. Oh, the mind is a problem? No problem at all. I got this. I'm just not going to think about anything anymore. Yeah, a bunch of bullshit there, because no, that didn't work. Maybe it worked for like 2 minutes. Maybe. But then I see it flipping back around. It's like, okay, it's not about recognizing. It is. First step is recognizing, okay, my mind is at play. Second step is not just saying to the mind, stop thinking. That's not going to work, you know. You have to bring yourself in such a position that you stop thinking. What is that? Bringing yourself in the present moment. With all your senses. Not your mind. Not the judging of those senses. You know, going out there, experiencing 100 degrees that are out there and being like, oh, fuck, it's hot. Okay, let it. Let's see how that feels. Don't judge it. Oh, it's hot. It's cold. It's this. It's that. It's, you know. So your issue here from the get-go has been that you got lost up here, where all you needed to do is keep yourself present, no matter how uncomfortable it may have gotten, because the mind made it even more uncomfortable. For the 7 of Wands, in the current situation, you get the 10 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands. And you keep on rejecting emotions that are coming through. And the more you reject these emotions, the bigger they get. You know, there's a fear that's sneaking in here and saying, oh my God, you're going to lose everything, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, no, I'm not gonna fear. You suck, go away. Yeah. And again, not allowing yourself to feel that fear. It's just going to make it bigger. And I see you carrying quite the, you know, confrontations with that fear. And, go away, fear. Yeah, no. Feel it. It's not going to stay there. If you fight with it, it's going to stay there. You know, you're creating the environment of it staying there. Okay, let's fight. I'll give you something to talk about to your other little fear friends and all of that. Like, okay, I got something to tell you. If you just sit in silence, present with it, it's going to pass through. Oh, you're going to feel it. But that's it. No judgment over it, no nothing. Let it pass. Let it pass. Let it move on. Let it do its thing. Fear is good, you know, to some extent. But do not reject all the things that are coming through, because they're going to get bigger. And again, you know that. In theory, at least, you're like, yeah, I know. Well, then what are you doing? Well, that's what I'm doing. I try. I'm trying sometimes. But I can't help it. I need to fight against the nasty things. What? You're telling me you just feel like crap and you let it? Fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Because then I know I'll feel 10 times more, you know, if I start rejecting it. And I got my own, you know, I'm fixed too, as I said, so I got my own issues with that, but to some extent, to the extent of, okay, I gotta give up here, the fight. For the star in the current situation, you get the Page of Swords, the Temperance card, the King of Pentacles. And then that's the beauty of this reading. It's like I'm seeing you on the surface, how you're dealing with all of this, how you're navigating through all of this. And then I'm seeing where you stand in your higher self. And there's so much understanding in that part of you, and so much acknowledgement and so much patience and so much not standing in your own way that it's not even funny. And on the surface, because again, you're up here too much with this, you're doing the opposite of that. So in your energy, you're showing up as, look, I know I'll get there. And it may take a long time to get to where I need to go. But as long as I set up a purpose, a destination, I'll follow through and I'll get there. You know, even if it does take a long time, I don't care. You know, the goal here is to get there, not how long it takes, or how fast I'm gonna get there, or how, you know. Let's do the Two of Wands. In the current situation, you get the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Lovers. You're waiting for help too. You know, support, maybe from someone in particular. Because right now you're in standby. Right now you're in trying to show up strong, because that's how you reject all of the things you're feeling. You're going to be like, no, this is, you know, it's not going to get to me. I'm not going to let it, and things like that. And understandably that you would show up like that. But at the same time, while you're doing that, you're actually rejecting all of the fears, all of the insecurities, all of the energies that are coming from whatever shifting for you here, from one thing that you knew about your stability to another. Instead of trusting the unknown, which your higher self is doing, you're battling. You know you need to let that part go because you are aware that it was no good for you. But as far as what it's going to shape into, that's where your struggle is. And it's a struggle because you don't trust it. You know, the change, the shift. So all of that, you're kind of keeping yourself stuck in the middle of a shift here. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, again, kind of waiting for a little bit of boost, a little bit like some support would be nice here from somebody. Again, I can't tell if it's from somebody you know, and which in turn would turn into an expectation. Like, hey, I'm going through a rough time. Why can't you see me going through this rough time and support me through it? You know, remember you. Well, remember you. Because you're just looking for validation. Why can't you see you? You know, and pick yourself up and just go with the flow of things. You got yourself stuck in your mind here through a pretty uncomfortable process. Change. We don't like change. As I said, doesn't matter. It's for the better. Yeah, show me the better. I want to see the better. You're going to get to it. You know, but the journey is going to be a little uncomfortable. And let's not make it even more uncomfortable by getting ourselves stuck. For the Nine of Pentacles in the immediate future, you get the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the World card. You're getting better here. Okay. You're getting better. You're getting in the present moment. You're getting back to connecting to your heart a little more. You're showing up more stable, more balanced. From an energetic perspective, it's looking like the cycle of overthinking is done. So you're coming out of it. Queen of Cups, you get the Judgment card, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, and you're starting to see also the shift, what it's shifting into. Because I don't know what it's shifting into, your stability. That kind of took a little bit of a hit there. Not all of it, just part of your stability potentially, but there's a major shift here happening. And you're starting to feel a little more what it's shaping up into. And it's looking awesome. And you start to... How do I put this? You're also realizing more and more that whatever that was needed to go. You know, whatever shape and form your stability had there needed to go. Let's do the Seven of Cups in the immediate future, the Hangman, the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Cups. There you are, back in the present moment. As you're exploring new options, new chapters are opening up for you, and you're taking it like a freaking champ after... I think it's your stubbornness that's keeping you stuck in here, in all honesty. Guilty of that too at times. But then you're like, oh, because you know how to do this. You know how to bring yourself back in the present moment. And it is a matter of practice a little bit, but you've done it before. So once you do that, everything falls into place. You're good to go. You know? Your heart is open. There's a sense of happiness, internal happiness. Like everything looks awesome here. So you're getting there. You're getting there. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The Judgment card, the Empress card, the Six of Swords. And again, it's that whole sense of, you know, reaching out for the outside as a support, as help. It's fine to ask for help, especially to the universe, the guides that you have by your side all the time. Fuck yeah, ask for help. Especially when you're stuck in your mind. But like that validation, that you know, hand that you hope would reach for you, you have it within you. You know? First you need to find it within you. And then it'll come from the outside as well. But like getting yourself in that position in which you have to, no, I have to see someone reaching out first. No, you have to reach out first. You know, to pull yourself up. And then they will. The right ones will. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped. And I'll see you next time. Bye.